In this video, we'll be going over 50 things you probably didn't know about Valorant. These include useful tips and tricks that can help you improve, Easter eggs, as well as fun and interesting bits of information. Whether you're new to Valorant or amongst one of the top players, there should be something to learn. Gekko's Thrash prevents Omen from being able to cancel his ult. This is pretty broken with Spike down, and can easily win a round. If you go through the wall in Sea Hall on Lotus, there's a hidden Lotus Shrine that shows different stages of the flower's life. Wingman will continue to plant or defuse even if Gekko is eliminated, provided there are still teammates alive. This allows Gekko to claim space and take gunfights without having to worry. The speed of an Omen flash varies depending on your movement. Moving backward while throwing the flash makes it slower, while moving forward throws it faster. If you don't know if you got the defuse in time, then look at the spike pulse animations. If you started defusing before the inwards pulse, then you should stick to the defuse. Cypher's camera can tag Gekko's Wingman and Thrash. The blood and body options aren't available in all countries. People in countries like Australia are forced to play without blood and with bodies disabled. Killjoy's turret doesn't affect enemies inside of a Viper ult. The Crosshair example image is the wall texture on Haven, and the exact location is most likely just outside the offense spawn on the left. If you've never played Valorant in a high resolution, then you probably don't know that crosshairs don't scale up. For example, this is a standard 1422 crosshair in 1080p resolution, and this is the same crosshair in 4K. Side by side, you can see the crosshair is a lot smaller. Here are 5 crosshairs to try. Profile codes will be included in the description. You can use the falling omen smoke to hide your movement as you climb down from high areas, or teleport onto boxes. Just be sure to not one-way yourself. When you end a game phase from a custom match buying phase, the barrier will still be up, but you can walk through it. Cypher's camera can tag Raze's boombot. You can move a Killjoy turret with a Raze satchel. Sage can heal an Omen ult. We've included some affiliate links in the description to popular keyboards and mice used for Valorant. Feel free to check them out if you like. If you do happen to make a purchase using one of our links, we'll earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. Since the release of Valorant back in April 2020, over 3 billion hours of content has been watched on Twitch in the category, equaling over 342,000 calendar years. Excluding the range, over half of Valorant's maps were released after the game's launch. You can type /cc in chat to copy the crosshair of the person you're spectating. Previously, Valorant had NVIDIA game filter support, giving players incredible control over how their game looked. However, a bug was found where the remove HUD effect would stop stuns and flashes from showing. Because of this, the game filter support was quickly removed, but might return at some point. Cypher's camera can tag an Omen ult, and continue to track them if cancelled. It's possible to defuse on a rope. While rare, this can lead to some insane ninja defuse opportunities. Cypher's trip works on Wingman, making Cypher a good counter to Gekko on some maps. Many Valorant pros and streamers play with increased vibrance using the NVIDIA control panel. This makes Valorant look more colorful. It can also be achieved using Intel graphics settings or third-party software. Some players even change the hue to shift colors slightly. If you want to learn more, then check out our video linked in the card or description after you finish watching this one. The Raze blast pack does more damage after the first beep. The Killjoy turret can be flashed and blinded. Use this to get behind enemy lines for some free kills and info. Although every episode varies, players ranked Diamond 1 or higher are typically in the top 10 to 17% of players ranked worldwide, meaning that there are plenty of players that would be interested in watching your content, clips, or even learning from you. Do you have any helpful, interesting, or bizarre facts about Valorant? Leave them in the comments section below. You can tell if you can shoot through a wall or object based on the bullet impacts. If the hole is dark, then you can shoot through it. The angle of the bullet also affects if you can shoot through something. You can silently drop down a rope position by holding the opposite direction when you fall, then quickly attaching the rope just before landing. This is much faster than going down the rope manually, allowing you to make plays quicker. You should already know this one, but just in case, you can press F5 to surrender. In the equipment control setting, there's an option to change what weapon is auto-equipped after specific actions, like planning or defusing. I like to select strongest. This is the biggest crosshair you can make. and this is what it looks like in 4K resolution. You can use the Sage Wall to hide a dropped spike. With the cooldown and reclaim time, Gekko's flash can be thrown 7 times in a single round, although it's highly unlikely to be used more than 3 times in a round of competitive. If you drop a weapon on top of Sage's ice wall, it'll slide and skip until it eventually falls off. You can place Cypher's camera on this camera on ascent. It's technically possible to dodge Gekko's flash, but it isn't easy. You can wallbang bind U-Haul by shooting through the wooden planks. Episode 5 Act 2 brought in more options for customizing your crosshairs, including the ability to set custom crosshair colors. An interesting use of this is to match your crosshair to your agent. On screen, we have some of the colors used for every agent and their abilities. When the spike is being diffused, the glow will turn red. Have you noticed this one before? It's technically possible to get over 140 eliminations in a single competitive game without going to overtime. This is only possible with 2 players getting all the eliminations, plants, and defuses for their respective teams. Both players being Sage, the enemy Sage getting both ult orbs every round, and all but the final round ending with an elimination trade after the spike has been defused. Even more eliminations are possible on Lotus due to the 3rd ult orb. When you scope in or aim down sight, your character's elbow sticks out. Keep this in mind next time you go to peek a corner. You can attach a Sova dart to Sky's dog. You can set the Crosshair Error options to only affect either the horizontal or vertical lines of your crosshair. To set this up, input the same crosshair settings for both the inner and outer line options. Go to inner lines and unlink line length. Then set the vertical length to 0, making sure the horizontal length remains the same. Go to the outer line settings and unlink the line length. This time, make sure the vertical length remains the same, and set the horizontal length to 0. Enable the error option you want to use on either the inner or outer settings, and only one set of lines will move. Valorant was watched on Twitch just over 950 million hours in 2021, and over 1,150 million hours in 2022, seeing an increase of more than 200 million hours watched. There are advanced crosshair settings. Once enabled, you can completely customize your ADS crosshairs separately, and change the color of your sniper scope dot. All of these settings will transfer when you export your crosshair. You can purposely use Gekko utility near corners and walls so you can recover them safely. The extra utility can be the difference between winning and losing a round. The ambient map noises cut out when you leave the map in ghost mode. You can find the exact point where the audio stops. There's a hidden room behind A on Lotus Defense. Inside are a few different plush toys lined up and looking at a teddy bear carving. Throwing an ability through the teleporter on bind will open the doors. You can use this to help teammates get clear shots rather than blindly shooting through the wall. If you're playing Cypher, you can open the doors for yourself using the camera. How many of these did you know? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and check out another one of our Valorant videos here.